Welcome to DT4. Today we study the pectoral region. In order to study the pectoral region, we need to firstly feel the bony landmarks of the body. So we start with the most common bony landmarks, that is the clavicular-humerus articulation, which can be felt from this region. Once we reach here, then we start to trace the clavicle bone, starting from here up until we reach the jugular notch. Here you can see there is another bony landmark. From this we can feel the actual jugular notch. Starting from here we can start going downwards in order to feel the sternal angle, which is a part of the manubrium sterni, where the second rib articulates with the sternum. So we feel the second rib. Starting from here, I will open the skin of the cadaver so that we can clearly see the parts inside of it. On opening the cadaver, we can actually see a layer of muscles as well as fat tissues and fascias present over here. So we can basically see that this fascia that is present over here is basically pectoral fascia that covers the pectoralis major muscle. The pectoralis major muscle has two origins. One is the sternal, which is the lower origin of this muscle, while another one is the clavicle origin of this muscle, which is the upper origin. The shape of the pectoralis major muscle is actually a fan shape. Now the reason behind it is the clavicle end or the clavicle origin of the muscle starts from here and it goes in the deeper part from just behind the deltoid pectoral groove, that is here. So this upper part goes on the deeper side, whereas the sternal part or the sternal origin of the pectoralis major muscle starting from the sternum covers the superficial part after it reaches the humerus. So the muscle actually starting from here shall move up until here, and then it shall rotate or it shall go upwards and downwards simultaneously, forming a fan-shaped structure. Hence the pectoralis major muscle is also called as a fan-shaped muscle. The insertion of this pectoralis major muscle is present over here, that is on the proximal end of the humerus. We can also see another landmark that is present over here near the pectoralis major as well as the deltoid muscle. As you can see over here, this blue color structure that I am holding, it is the cephalic vein. The cephalic vein runs superficially starting from the axilla part and going up until the rib. As you can see, we have already incised this part starting from here, going up until here and covering the whole pectoralis major muscle so that we can reflect the muscle laterally. After opening the muscle laterally, we can see various different parts present over here. Starting with the fascia present over here, as you can see, the fascia that is present over here is called as clavipectoral fascia. The clavipectoral fascia is actually a part of fascia that starts from the clavicle, covering up one major muscle over here called as the subclavius muscle. We can see a variety of different vessels present over here. As you can see, this is the thoracoacromial artery. One of its ending is here, while one of its ending is present over here. In the middle, as we trace the cephalic vein, you can also see the cephalic vein present over here. This vein is one of the major landmark vein present in this whole region, so that we can differentiate between the pectoral as well as the deltoid muscle. We can also see various different type of nerves which are also present over here. The nerves that are present over here are basically two nerves. One is supplying to the pectoralis major muscle, which is present over this side, but still it is called as the medial nerve, while the one present over this side is called as the lateral nerve. This is due to their origin in the brachial plexus. Thank you.